I recently started having some battery problems here, and I'm going to change my battery out before I get stranded. And so I thought today would be the perfect opportunity to show you how to replace the battery. I have a 2016 Indian Roadmaster, but as far as I know, the process should be the same for any of the Roadmasters. So I'll show you step by step what you need to do, and it's actually not that difficult to do. So the very first thing you're going to need to do is to remove the trunk, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so the plug is under the seat. There's a little thumb lever you press, and then unplug it. And then on both sides, there's going to be a little lever here. You got to lift it up. First, you're going to want to remove anything that you have in the trunk before you try to take it off. And then you're going to want to open both saddlebags so you don't accidentally scratch the paint. And then you're going to grab it and lift it straight up, and then pull it back. And then just lift it off. Now the next thing, on both sides of the bike, there's these little plastic things, and you're just going to need to grab them and gently pull. There should be a bolt right here on either side on the seat, but whoever took the seat off last apparently lost the bolts, so I'm going to have to find some bolts to put back in there. Then you're going to want to take the bolt off back here behind the seat, and it is a 5mm Allen key. Then you're going to lift the seat up and gently pull back to release it from the hooks in the front. And then there's a couple of cables underneath you have to unplug. The one for the heated seat if you have it, and then there's going to be the one for all the lights and everything. Next thing you want to do is take out this bolt right back here that holds the engine computer. Do not unplug the engine computer. Don't unplug any of these. Just take the bolt out, and when you take the bolt out, be careful that you don't drop it down here anywhere, because you'll probably never find it if you do. Then you're going to lift up on the engine computer, slide it forward to release it, and gently lay it over the side. And then you want to remove the negative battery cable first to prevent anything from arcing. And again, be careful not to drop the bolt. And you're going to tuck it aside, pull the cover back for the positive, careful not to drop the bolt, tuck it back out of the way, and then lift the battery out. Now the next step is to put the new battery in and to connect the battery terminals. Remember to always connect the positive battery terminal first, and then put the plastic back over it before you connect the negative terminal. And then also, again, be careful not to drop your bolts, because you'll probably never find them. And at this point, I'm also going to install the cable for the battery tender, so that if I have to charge the battery or unplug it in if I'm not going to ride the motorcycle for a while, then that makes it so I don't have to remove the seat to do it. carefully put the engine computer back, make sure it slides into those grooves, and then put the bolt back in. Now you just got to put it back together, doing the reverse of what you did to take it apart. Make sure you don't forget to plug all the wires back in, and make sure that you remember to open your saddlebag doors so you don't scratch the paint when putting the trunk on. While I was editing this video, I realized that I left out something really important, and that is that when you are putting everything back together, make sure that you plug everything in properly and make sure that they have the connections actually snap together so they don't come apart, so you don't lose connection. And also make sure that when you're putting everything back together that you don't pinch any wires, and make sure that you don't touch the ECU to the battery so you don't short it out. And the most important, the wire that you're most likely to pinch if you don't pay attention is the wire that comes back to the trunk to plug it in. Just make sure that it's in the middle down the fender before you put the trunk on so you don't pinch it. Because, you know, we don't want to cause any extra problems. We were trying to fix a problem, not cause more. So if you have any questions or anything that I said in this video wasn't quite clear, comment down below and I will do my best to answer your question as quickly as possible. Other than that, ride safe, and I'll catch you in the next video.